Joining Danny Phillips in his workshop this evening to have a little bit of a review of his racing over the April month. So, Danny, how did the month turn out for you?
It's turned out quite well, to be fair. I've been getting some points here and there. Some meetings haven't been going how I wanted them, but that's just the sport, to be fair. The weather hasn't really helped either. 1 minute it's waterlogged and next minute it's tropical weather. So it's a bit hit and miss. But other than that, everything seems to be going how I wanted it.
Heading back just before the start of the season, we heard the news that Newcastle have taken over your contract. Obviously, the tie-up with your father there, so that's positive news. You're now a Newcastle asset.
Yeah, well, when our dad decided he was going to go into and own Newcastle, we spoke about him having me as an asset, and we thought might as well, so he might as well own me as a rider. It gives me a bit more freedom of what I want to do. So say another team want me to guest for them, I can just say yes straight away because he hasn't really got a choice. I'm just going to do it anyway. Whereas before it was they have to get permission off another promoter and then ring me back. Where now it's just a lot easier.
Okay, now looking at your commitments with Coventry then, only the one home match up at Leicester, where Coventry are riding out of. How did you find it on that track?
Track was really good, it was really smooth. I haven't ridden that track since they've done the adjustments, so I was still riding it like the old shape, which wasn't the best way. But luckily we had a practice before our first meeting. So I got dialed in before the meeting started, but then things changed, weather changed, started raining, which made the track really difficult to ride. Towards the end of the meeting it was just trying to stay on really.
Moving on to the Championship Shield, another step up Championship, tough league isn't it?
Yeah, I would say it's harder this year than what it was last year, purely the fact that not many teams have got British two pointers at reserve anymore. You can have whoever you want really, as long as you get into the points limit really. Luckily Scunthorpe was looking for a 2-pointer. I spoke to Rob Godfrey numerous occasions. We came up with a deal, and now I was even at Scunthorpe. Yeah, my meeting's been going alright. I had a couple of good ones at Scunthorpe, and then I had a bad one the last one. Track just caught me out a bit really, but I had a good meeting at Sheffield, winning Heat 2, and then just again track changed and I just wasn't experienced enough to change things on my bike, or change the correct things on my bike, sorry. But I've got a busy weekend. I've got Thursday at Redcar, Friday at Scunthorpe, and I'm at Buxton on Sunday.
Plenty going on then, and you mentioned there about the changing the setups. How different is it riding at the Championship rather than the National? There's
a massive gap in the Championship. If you miss the gate, there's not really, unless you've got your equipment and your setup spot on. If you miss the start, it's very difficult to get out in front and win the race. Whereas National League, if you miss the start, you have more of a chance of getting out in front and winning. Still not as easy as it sounds, but there's a bit more of a chance to being able to do it. So
yeah,
the gap.
And I've got to ask you, what was it like going to Newcastle as an away rider, having just signed your contract for
him? To be fair, it didn't seem any different what it was the previous years. I didn't have the best of meetings. I had a bit of a bike problem in my first ride. Then the second ride I had a bit of a coming together with Lewis Rose, which resulted in me getting excluded. And then in my third ride, I did manage to do 4 laps. They weren't the fastest 4 laps in the world, but it was something to improve on.
Good. Well, that's the key, isn't it? Is to keep improving, keep that career on track by going the right way. Massive injuries last year, we've already spoken about them. Are they hampering you in any way at the moment?
No, everything seems to be going alright. When I first went out, I thought that my back and my leg would hurt a little bit, but to be fair, they don't hurt at all during the meeting. I get a bit of muscle ache in my back on the way home, but it's nothing really to worry about. Just a couple of stretches, my physio and at the gym and stuff like that, and everything seems to be going alright.
Yeah, talking about the gym, we see on social media that the moment the sun comes out and you've got a day off, you're out on the bike and you're doing your fitness in the gym as well. So you're really committed.
Yeah, well, during the winter it's really easy to get into that gym routine, so I try to keep it up during the summer. It's a bit harder, haven't got as much time, but when I do get the opportunity to do it, I'll go and do it. But obviously you need to keep up on your fitness and obviously your diet and stuff. So.
Okay, one last thing, Danny. Take a look into the camera for the Coventry fans and the Scunthorpe fans that are paying their money to come and see you and support you and shout, willing you on. What's your message to the fans out there that are right behind you?
Just keep coming. Us as a riders, we're doing everything we can to make us proud of us riding for years. Hopefully, we can come back with a couple, or if not all of them. All the silverware in both leagues. Yeah, just if you keep coming and support us, we'll just keep going doing what we're doing.
Danny, thanks ever so much for your time. We'll let you get back to your bikes and your workshop there. Stay safe, ride fast, and we'll catch you soon.
And you, thank you very much.